What's up, people? We are back with another episode of Tay and Kay ahead of our time. I'm Kay Leon,
And I'm Tay.
and welcome back. Today's topics we are talking about trust and when is it the right time to have sex with a new partner.
Hmm.
I started off last time, so you got
So I guess let's get into it. So I feel like both these topics go hand in hand. Uh, but with trust, I feel like people can say I trust you, but I feel like you gotta have to me, trust is like me and you. Like, we started off as friends
to.
and I feel like we fully trusted each other when we were around each other more. I want to say, when you build trust with somebody, it takes time. You can't just be with somebody for 2 days and say, "Oh, I trust you."
Right.
You know, like you gotta put the time into that. Make so I feel like trust comes with good communication. I feel like trust comes with, especially if you're with the partner, knowing if you're compatible with that person. You know what I mean? I feel like it's all these things that factor into it: loyalty, honesty, compatibility, if you're comfortable with them. And I feel like that stuff takes time. I'm not the type of person where I'm going to say I trust you after only meeting you for 3 days. I
Right.
got to be around you. Maybe 3 months, maybe then, but it takes a long time to build trust. And I feel like when you have that, then everything else will pile upon it.
Okay. Now I'm a kind of sort of piggyback off what you just said because I agree with everything that you just said. That 3 month period, yeah, it's gonna take me a while to actually trust you. But it's some people out there that just trust you at the drop of a dime, which I don't know how people do that shit. It's just I guess I just been fucked over more than too many times to just automatically just jump into trusting somebody. Like that's to me, that's not normal.
Right.
Like that's not normal at all. But I mean, to each his own.
Yeah.
I I mean, it's okay to give people a chance, but at the same time, it's you know, especially with new people, it's just that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like you said, you gotta get to know the person. But when you start to get to know people, it's just like, damn, the more I didn't got to know you, I really don't trust your ass like that.
Yeah. It can definitely go either way.
Yeah, because shit, I've been in plenty of predicaments where it's like, yeah, you cool. Like I trust you a little bit more before I got to know you. But now that I know you, it's just like now I'm side-eyeing you because I don't know if you're gonna do to me what you told me you did to somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's right there. That's just that clash.
Yeah, it could definitely go either way. I feel like trust is a big thing. I feel like if you're taking this time to know this person, especially if it's a partner is somebody who you could potentially be in a relationship with, you could be married to, like, they could have your kids, stuff like that. You gotta take the time to know them. Like go on dates, do little things, talk to each other, get to know that person because if it comes down to where, like for example, me, I'm not a people person. So it's gonna take a lot for me to say that I trust you
Right.
when I'm not a people person. I feel like people who trust people easily, either they were in negative situations, but they learned from it, or they're just people person. You know what I mean? So it's easier for them to open up. I'm not gonna do that. I want to be around you. I want to see how you act. I want to see you in your environment, in my environment, in a neutral environment, and see how you react to each one of those things. So then I can be like, okay, either this ain't gonna work. Like maybe, we can't be friends. Maybe we can't be it. Or I could be like, I could potentially see this person as somebody being around me for a little while. You know what I mean? And then if I feel like that with you, then I'm gonna start letting the little wall down to be able to trust you, not fully, but to be able to instill a little bit of it in you so that way I can see, okay, I see how you move in this situation. What about this situation when it's a little bit more drastic or a little bit more put into it? And see how you react to that. Then that's going to let me know whether I can trust you or not. I feel like with trust, though, vibes come off of that. I'm a vibing energy person. If I meet you for the first time and you give me a bad first impression, that's going to say a lot to me.
Right.
I don't know if everybody's like that, but I'm a first impression person. If you come to me and your first impression to me is not it, I'm gonna want to be like, okay, well, maybe I can't be around you. You know what I mean? If it's not that bad or if it's okay, of course I'm gonna be around you more. But I'm definitely gonna have my eye on you. Like, okay, well, that first impression wasn't the best. So let me keep my eye on you to know how to move forward with you.
See, okay. See now, for me, like that, like first impression, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I I believe in, if the first time meeting you wasn't like cool, like the second time maybe now ain't gonna be no third, but that second time may be a little bit better than that first time because shit, people be nervous or they who or if it's a group of people, they may not like somebody in that group, and it's just like I don't know how to hide these feelings because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm that person. You know I'm that person. If I don't like somebody in the group,
Let it be
I'm just
known.
gonna be quiet. Like I'm not gonna say too much or nothing. Like
Hmm.
I'm gonna examine the situation. Either I'm gonna sit right there or I'm gonna remove myself. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna remove myself
Right.
because I don't like somebody in that group. But that that first impression, yeah, that some people do that, so it's nothing wrong with that. But that second impression is just like when that's a one-on-one thing. It's just like, okay, I didn't gave you a chance. Like I got a another fuck. How can I say that shit? I got I got to read your vibe twice because the first
Okay.
time I feel like the first time it could be like a little misreading because people switch up. They
Hmm.
okay, well, you was cool the first time I met you. How you gonna be the second time I met you? Am I
Right.
gonna be comfortable around you that second time? Because when you first meet somebody or you dealing with somebody new, that that first time is always a little nerve wracking, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like I don't do good with meeting new people like that because and it's based off of trust. I don't trust everybody like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, mm, nah, because I really don't want to tell you that much about me. I don't want to
Hmm.
know that much about you. Because for one, I don't know if you're gonna go tell my business. I mean, I don't know none of
Right.
your people, but you don't know none of mine. But it's just I really don't trust people with me like that. And
Hmm.
that's because I, I'm still learning how to handle myself.
Hmm.
So that's another thing. Like, in order for, I don't, okay, so like this is real conflicting because I was reading somewhere. It's just like, if you don't trust yourself with the people that you choose to be around, you don't trust yourself if you don't trust the people that you choose to be around. Because in so many words, you are in control of every fucking thing.
Hmm.
But in many situations, it's like, hmm, I really don't trust myself like that. Now, like after I didn't read that shit, I don't really trust myself.
Right. Oh, hold on, Munchie. Hold on. I paused my recording. You're like moving, so I can't hear you.
Oh shit. I think it's still recording on, oh shit, it's still recording on mine. Okay.
So just everything that you said, just say it again, and then whenever you edit it, just edit that part. You'll hear it because I heard it.
Okay. So
Okay, go.
I forgot what I was saying. Okay. So okay, so I'm gonna just sum that shit up. When if you trust yourself, you don't have to really doubt the people that you have surrounding you. It's pretty much all about you.
Hmm.
So with that is I really don't know how to say it, but that in so many words, the article like if you can't trust nobody, you don't trust yourself because you choose the people that's around you. But at the same time, and I kind of countered that because it's just like people pretend to be something that they are not.
Yeah.
And then with time, they slowly reveal who they are.
Right.
That's why I said I completely agree with you. And it's just like, oh, that 3 months. See, now me, it's 3 to 4 months. I'm gonna put your ass on a trial period.
Mm-hmm. It's different with everybody, but it's also important, especially when you're trying to be in a relationship with somebody or have, like just sex or whatever y'all want to do. You're trying to build that person on a different level, just versus friendship. So it's important. I feel like if you're trying to get to somebody, to know somebody, or to trust somebody, you need to be in environments that you're both comfortable in. So I don't know, like say if somebody wants to take that 4 month period to learn about this person or know who this person is, trust this person.
Right.
Maybe whenever y'all hang out, split it up. Go to a place where you're comfortable at, so you can be comfortable, but then also they can see how you are, and then go somewhere where the other person's comfortable at, so you can see how they are in their environment, and then they can see how you would be in that environment. Split it up, make it equal, and then maybe you guys can find a neutral environment. Like for example, say if you like to go eat or whatever, you go to a good place where you've been before, like that you like to eat, you like the food, you take that person there. You're comfortable there because you've been there before, and so you're going to be your true self.
Right.
Maybe say for example, she likes to, I don't know, shop. Go to the mall or Galleria or something, and that way that's something everybody has in common. Y'all both can be somewhat comfortable. You know what I mean? And you can both be your true self. Find somewhere neutral. Go to the beach. Go to the pier. You know what I mean? Everybody has some sort of comfortability with being at the beach or the pier. It's like a calming thing.
Right.
Go there. So that way when you're taking this time to get to know that person, you're having different examples in different environments. So then you can truly see how that person is. Then when you get that trust, go somewhere else. Like maybe, I don't know, kick it with them and their friends. Let them kick it with you and your friends. You can bring them over to the house. I don't know, however you're comfortable with them, but step it up to different trust levels, so that way you can fully see if I could rock with this person or if I'm gonna have to just stop. Like you said, and I think we talked about it in our first episode, self-love is important. And so if you love yourself enough and you trust yourself enough and you know what you do and what you don't like, you'll see that in that person. You'll be able to call it out. You'll be able to, and especially communication, you'll be able to communicate to that person, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this, and that. So that way they know. And if they are adult enough and grown enough to accept that maybe they do that, or maybe to hear you out, then it can change.
Right.
And then that also can go into you trusting that person, because you're like, hey, they listened to, I wasn't comfortable, they listened to what I said, they fixed it. Boom. Now you just open up a little bit more trust with that person, because you're like, I can trust you, listen to what I gotta say.
Magic words. Yes. See, I love a motherfucker that can listen. Cause that's
right.
That's just that. Like that's a different turn on. Cause it's just shit. If you listen, like you listen to me, you know how I feel.
Right.
See now this is what I'm gonna say, and don't judge me. Don't judge me. But that right there, that will most definitely make me want to give up my dick. I'm just not.
You are a man of business. We all know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. To like listen, and then see, now this is why I asked you, when is a good time for people that are freshly starting out in a relationship to have sex? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't see nothing wrong with fucking on the first date.
See, it ain't nothing wrong with fucking on the first date, right? But you got to make that clear that that's what you want. You know what I mean? If you're, regardless of the relationship you have with that person, at some point you're gonna end up fucking. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. But if you're the type of people who want to get it on the first date just because that first date went good, or you think that person is cute or handsome or whatever, then you got to make that clear. Like, listen, you know what I mean? This is what I want. Say it in a professional, not in a professional way, but like in a good way, to where it comes as like,
you said it right, in a professional way.
Because you don't want to go up to a girl and be like, listen, well, I mean, you can, but no, what you say and how you say is gonna have its consequences to it. If you go up to a girl and she thinking that y'all met and you could potentially be her next little boo thing, and you tell that girl, I'm just trying to fuck, and you say it like that, her little heart is going to be broken.
Most
When you could have just said, listen, I'm not ready for a relationship right now. I'm just trying to, get myself together. I just want to have some fun. When you say you want to have some fun, automatically somebody's going to think, oh, you're just trying to fuck. Okay, that's fine. But maybe it's the way you delivered it to
right,
where she may be like, she may not take it as you just trying to fuck. She might just be taking it, okay, he's not ready for a relationship. He just wants to do his little single thing. Okay, that's fine. I can still mess with him. He's still a good person. His personality is cool. He's funny, this, and that. Then there you go. And then after, now, if she a little THOT and she ready to do that on the first date, then you do that. But I feel like when it comes to when it's a good time to have sex in a fresh new relationship, that all depends on the people. You know what I mean? I so much am now I do enjoy it. However, I've never been a sexual person. When I looked for relationships before I got married, I was looking for personalities. I was looking for vibes, because if I can't get that from you and we just now met, I'm not going to want to have sex with you,
right.
because we don't talk. I don't feel like we're compatible. I'm feeling weird about your vibes and your personality, so I don't want to have sex with you. But if I was to feel all of that and feel comfortable enough with you, then maybe things might just happen. You know what I mean? It could happen on the first day, second day. You know what I mean? It could happen within the damn hour. Depends. It depends for everybody. It depends on how comfortable you feel with that person. Plus, you gotta make sure that people is clean nowadays. Okay, we got coronavirus going on out here. We got people who don't wear protection. All right, so you know what I mean. You don't want to be doing what you do on a girl or something, and she done been with him, and her, and you get a little bump on your lip, or you get a little itch down there. You don't want to be doing all of that.
It's burn.
Right? You don't want to be doing it. You don't want the. Okay, so you.
Ooh, not the. Not,
So you need to be careful. You need to make sure that if you don't do it within that first day, that you know who you messing with. And you can't be scared to ask questions like, when like, have you been tested recently? Like, are you clean? If you just want to fuck, you need to be asking these questions.
that part.
I believe that.
Most definitely. I feel a lot of people don't do that though.
Yeah,
Like it's just like a wham, and then it's just like, oh, now you're burning, bruh. Or now
yeah,
you're burning, sis. Like you should have really read that warning, read the red flags, that little warning before you decided to spread it out.
yeah.
But so, oh, nigga, we're going all off topic. But see,
We always do. It's okay.
I feel that for me, because I'm not afraid to say it, I've done it before. See, I don't see anything wrong. Well, I'll say this: back then, I didn't see anything. Now that I have grown as a person, I I know that it's not okay without knowing someone
Mm-hmm.
and having sex with them. I know that now because of what I've discovered. So before, I'm speaking on before, and then I'm gonna get to what I know now. So before, it was easy. It was just like, okay, they just want to fuck. I want to fuck too. Eh, Let's go. And it would, like, no doubt about it, because it was just like, I'm a very sexual person, but that's because I I'm comfortable. I will say that I'm comfortable with myself. I don't really care if I'm comfortable with the person, and I'm just comfortable. I'm gonna get nasty. I don't give a fuck. That's just the way it's gonna be. But that was then. But now that I've gotten older, I know that that is not, that's not safe. That's not safe for me physically, and that's not safe spiritually, because sex is a ritual. And it's just like different you pick up on their experiences and shit. So it's just like that trauma, you feel that. Like, and you sit there and you wonder why you feel a certain way. Like, damn, I've been real depressed. Like you just swap energies with somebody.
Hmm.
Like that's like a real fucking thing. And it's just like the more, I don't know why, but it feels like the older I get, the more shit that I learn, like when I'm interacting with people, because shit, like you already know, I was not that much of a people person. I didn't really start interacting with people up until I got like older,
Hmm.
like really interacting, like fuck that sex. Like as I got older, like that's when sex got like real serious. Like
Hmm.
shit. Now shit, I was always horny, so it was just like shit. If the pretty bitch gonna give it up, can't I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah. But also with that too, I feel like when you get older, you at a certain point, if that's what you know you want in the future, when it comes to sex, when you get older, you kind of stop looking for somebody to just fuck. When you get to a certain age, you start looking for somebody who you could potentially settle down with.
That part.
So even if you're not ready for a relationship and you still want to fuck, even if you're just talking to that person without doing it because we're people, so we don't realize that we do it, you're
Mhm.
still going to create some
Um,
type of bond as if that's who you can be with in the
right.
future. And so as we get older, especially if you know you want kids in the future, if you want to be married, you know, you want a family of your own, you just kind of start doing that. When you find somebody to fuck, even if that's just what you want, you still find somebody who you know you could potentially be with. You're still looking for somebody to fit your type. You're still looking for somebody to fit what you want. And that person can be that thing. You know what I mean? That's why it's
Yeah.
important to, I feel like, before you just have sex with somebody, because especially when you get older, we're in our 20s now. You know what I mean? We're at the age now where people do probably already have families, probably already married with kids, probably already in their careers or just getting started with their careers. You know what I mean? So we're getting up, you know, in age to where at this time people are figuring that out.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're getting up there in
No,
age.
no, 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 no. Okay, let's be real.
Remember,
Let's be real. Okay. We're still born in the same year. Okay. February and September are in the same goddamn year, 1997. Okay.
once it hit September, the year is damn near over.
No, the year ain't over until December, baby. Okay. Don't play.
Okay. I'll take that.
Just because I'm a few months older don't mean that you ain't right behind me. Okay.
I'm far. I'm a little far behind you.
And technically, again, when it comes to the three of us, me, you, and Tierra, you still can't talk because technically she's when the year is over. Okay.
She's in November.
So
She's in
you
November.
still owe part two. Now,
I am. Fuck. Shit.
but
Nigga
going
told
back
me.
to that, I
Oh,
don't know. I feel like when you get older, you just you know what you want and what you don't want. And so even if you're just trying to fuck, you're still gonna look for that in a person.
you see, but a lot of people mislead when it comes down to that, because we're in a generation where niggas use love as a key to get pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, see, I'm a nigga that don't believe in that. It, like if I just want to fuck, like you said, I'm just gonna tell you. Like
Right.
that's all that it is. Like I'm not ready for that right now. And it is what it is. Like we can, and this is what I love about being an adult, because it's just like everybody is level headed. Well, some
Some
people
people.
are level headed enough to understand, like, okay, like if we catch feelings in the mix of us fucking, then it is what it is. We can have that conversation. But for now, we got an understanding. This is what we doing.
Right. And you know, I was thinking about this topic earlier as far as when is it okay, a good time to have sex. And you know, earlier you said that sex is like a ritual, you know what I mean? And sex involves a lot. Even if you're just fucking, it's still emotions involved. And so it made me think about people who, you know, are long distance and how that works for them.
Right.
Coming from somebody who was long distance, if people don't know, my wife is in the military, she's in the army. When me and her met, she was in Korea. I was in California. You know what I mean? And she was in Korea from when we met in May all the way until what, November? When she came out to California? It was
Mm,
like around Thanksgiving. So like a little bit before Thanksgiving. I think November 11th is when she came to California.
I was sometime in November.
Sometime around there.
I remember it
So
being cold.
right. So even if you are a sexual person, um, long distance is hard too. And so I say all that to say when she came out to California and I physically saw her, oh, you best believe I wanted to pounce on her. Okay. You know what I mean? I was ready to get her out there. I was like in my head,
Yeah.
we can go in the airport bathroom. I'll park this car real quick. We can go in this little bathroom at LAX and do what it do. You know what I mean? but with the, still to say we still did it that first day because from May to November, nigga, that was a long time, right? I was holding myself for this one person, okay? But however, when you're dating long distance and then you meet that person, I still think that you still need to take that time, whether it's the day, even if you guys been dating this whole time. Even though I didn't mean for it to happen that first day, it did. But look where we are now. We're married, you know what I mean? However, though, I feel like it's important to take that time to still get to learn that person because talking to somebody over the phone and on FaceTime versus seeing somebody in person is different. You know what I
Totally.
mean? You got to make sure that you're compatible with that person in person. You got to make sure that everything that you had over the phone is going to happen face to face.
That part.
So if you can wait in a long distance relationship to when you are in face to face and you can still wait a few more days, do that because you still want to make sure that everything that you felt over the phone is going to be the same in person. Now, if you can't wait like me, then okay, do that, but still take that time for however long they're whether it's whether they move there or if they have to go back. Still take that time to learn who you're dealing with because it's different when you're face to face. That you two people could be completely different from how you were.
Right.
So I feel like that's important too. And for anybody who's in a long distance relationship, it's hard when you're over the phone, especially if they're in the military. That shit is hard. But it's still important to take that time. And even if it's over the phone, still get to know that person because when it comes face to face, it could be smooth. It could be a good thing. Everything could still be fine. And you could start to feel more comfortable with that person. So then when it comes time, you already know that you're comfortable with that person. So you just as soon as they walk in the door, you know what I mean?
That nigga said.
So I don't know. And all I feel like it depends on on the people.
Right.
If you communicate with each other that all you want to do is fuck, then it's gonna be okay. If you communicate with that person like hey, you can still want to fuck, but you are starting to look for a more serious relationship, because you do eventually want to get there, communicate that too.
Right.
And we need to normalize not being scared to ask questions like how many people you slept with, or are you clean, or have you been tested? Now, I saw that face you made. You will also have to normalize that if the person is not comfortable with their number count and as far as expressing it, then you got to be okay with that too. We got to understand that people, especially our generation, we live in a world with some very horny individuals. Okay, so somebody's body, this person's body count can be, let's say five or 10 people, while the other person's body count can be well over 50. You know what I mean? And that person may not be comfortable saying my body count is over 50.
I mean,
Okay.
you see now, it's not that I'm not gonna lie and say I'm afraid to express how many bodies I have. I probably miscount every now and then, but as of lately, I have been in, I've been on pause. I'll say that.
Okay.
So the number ain't getting higher. It's sitting sturdy. Okay, it's sitting a little sturdy. I'm proud of myself. It's sitting sturdy. But what I will say is, you can have people that's like, that number's pretty high. Like I don't. I don't like that.
You don't
Like,
want to be judged.
yeah, like it's just like, damn, like I was comfortable enough to tell you, you know, I got around. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm just in so many words. You see, that's how you know somebody's number is kind of high. If they tell you they got around. I'm not gonna give you a specific number. I'm just gonna tell you I got around. I was comfortable.
You can say, I got around. You can say, oh, I was just enjoying my single life. You know what I mean? And in so many words, that's them telling you that their number may not just be in the double digits, okay? Maybe up there. But then again, that goes into being
Clean.
what?
Are you clean? That goes into are you
Well, yes, are you clean? But as the person who asks that question, you also have to be understanding that everybody's different. You know
right?
what I mean? You may be talking, you may be trying to get with somebody who is very active in their single life. And if
Every
they're active in their single life versus trying to be in a relationship now, of course, that's something that I feel like when you be in a relationship, that's something that every person may want to know. You know what I mean? But if you want to know, you need to make sure that you're ready to hear the answer.
a lot of
That's
people don't be ready for that answer.
so
It's
then you
like,
don't ask the question. That's like people, females and males, be trying to go through their partner's phone trying to find something, and you end up finding what you wasn't ready to see.
and now
See,
and now you don't know how to react to it. So you're
now
feeling
you don't know.
hurt.
Exactly. And so maybe you don't even have to ask that question. Maybe you, but we do need to normalize asking, are you clean? Or if they feel it, because they may be like, well, are you clean? Well, I know that I'm clean, but hey, maybe we can, if we continue to talk, maybe we can, at some point we can get tested together. Maybe we can
I
do
like
something. So that way, you don't got to do it that first. You don't got to be like, no, I want you to get tested now. No, you can just be like, well, let's get to know each other a little bit more. See how we feel. You can even set a certain date, like 2 weeks from now or whatever. And then you'd be like, okay, well, maybe we can both go get tested this day so we both have proof as to if you're clean or not. Because if you're not clean and you know you're not clean, but you're spreading that around, that's
yeah,
not good for anybody's sexual life.
right.
That is not okay. Sex is a people don't realize that sex is a big thing. You're
Right.
having sex with somebody else. You don't know what that person has done before they got to you.
Right.
And if you're not taking the precautions to make sure that you're safe, you're gonna fuck yourself over and that's people are getting AIDS, STDs, because you're not taking the time to make sure that their sexual health is okay. So that way you can be okay.
Right. I don't know how people do that though. Like, okay, so for people that are in relationships, like I don't see how they step out because it's just like, damn, like your shit still work for somebody else. Like, gee, I don't know. Like for me, when I'm involved with somebody and I know that I want to potentially be in a relationship with them, I'm just focused on that one person. I'm not finna go give nobody else my attention because that's not what I want. I know what I want.
Hmm.
So
I think that our next topic, I think that our next topic should be about cheating or something like that.
almost definitely we can do that next episode.
Because that definitely goes into sex. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're gonna have sex with somebody.
Right.
But when you have, like I said before, when you have sex, and like I said before, sex has a lot of emotions in it. Somebody could be acting like the most confident motherfucker in the world, so you think that they've had sex before, but what if it's their first time? They just didn't tell you.
Right.
And now then you have them all up on you, but then you go sleep with A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna be sexually involved with somebody, you kind of sort of have to watch your step. Even if you're just fucking, because if you're just fucking and that happens to be a good fuck, then you're gonna want to keep going back.
That is
And
true.
you that's why I'll say it's important to get to know that person because you could be dealing with a very emotional person
Right.
who may know that you guys are in a relationship, but they may not have anything going on the side. They may just be involved in you, even though you're not in a relationship. You know what I mean? Because not everybody is a sexual person. So they may just be fucking. They may be okay with you guys just fucking. But if they find out that you got her, and maybe him. I
I was about to say, and maybe him. Nigga, get out my head.
and they find that out, then they're gonna put some type of way because communication is something that goes into everything. You know what I mean? Whether you're just fucking, whether you're in a relationship or friendship or whatever, you got to communicate that with that person. Let that person know from the jump. You know, maybe not the first day, but definitely the second day. You let that person know that you're not looking for a relationship right now. You're just looking to have some fun. It's as simple as that.
See, now, I feel like if that's what you want, don't wait till the second day. If it's just pussy or dick that you want, be honest with that person from jump. Like, because shit, you don't know. That person may be open to that. Like, okay, well, I'm human and I got needs just like you got needs. We have an understanding. Come on, we could do that.
And you'd be surprised how many people would agree with that.
Exactly. So it's just like, shit, be honest.
Right.
Because and that's another thing. A lot of people are not honest. And a lot of people aren't honest because they aren't comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
They're not comfortable with just telling the damn truth. Like they gotta fabricate it and make it look good. Like, nah, fuck that. Not everything is gonna glitter and be gold. You just tell the truth, tell them what you want, and it is what it is. Either they're gonna want to do it or they're not.
It's as simple as communication, to be honest. I feel like it's as simple as that.
Right.
Like day one, however you met that person, whether y'all been friends and you want to start dating, whether you met on any type of social media platform or whatever, know what you want first.
Right.
Know what you want first. So that way, when that person comes along, you can communicate with that person as to what you want. That person may agree with that.
Right.
They may not agree with that. And if they don't continue to do that. If you know that's another reason I think people step out and cheat, because you find yourself attracted to this person, maybe physically or personality wise, but you're not ready to be in a relationship yet. And you said that, but maybe she said that she wants a relationship, but just because she looks good and because you think that that's going to be a good fuck, you find yourself in a relationship that you don't want to be in.
Right.
When all you want to do is fuck. And when you said that, instead of just maybe still hanging out that day and then kind of, you know, or telling them that, you know, that's not what you're looking for, whatever, and going on about your day, now look at you. You didn't strung along and you got into something to a predicament that you didn't want to be
in. Right.
Communicate. I just feel like communication is a big thing. And if you don't say what you want, if you don't know what you want first, and then you don't verbally express that, then you're gonna find yourself in a lot of shitty situations that you don't even want to be in.
A bunch of shitty situations. But shit, people don't know how to. You know what? In our generation, people don't know how to do that because you got shit like Hot Girl Summer and niggas been ain't shit. Like, let's just be honest. Niggas been dogs. It's just that now you got women playing a man's game. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like if you want to fuck.
By all means.
But don't lead nobody on. Mm-hmm. Okay. I just read the message and I didn't know what to say after that because it popped up on the screen. I'm like, what did they say? I can't see. And then I was
to be honest, I lost my train of thought too because I hear ice in the background.
Like she don't know how to shut the fuck up. Like, bitch always barking every time you cut the goddamn thing on. But that is, it's all about, it's shit. We jump off topic, but the shit is all
fun, but...
it is because people need to know this shit. Like, oh, okay. Ooh, and another thing I wanted to say, virgins, don't rush. Do not rush. Like, I am not gonna lie to you. Till this day, and this may be for all the wrong reasons, but till this day, I wish that I could have held on to my virginity. And I'm gonna tell you why. But I want your reason to be totally different because I might be going to hell for my reason.
Oh Lord Jesus!
God knows what my heart is. So I wanted to help. I wanted to hold on to my virginity because I wanted to auction it off. I did not want to wait for marriage. I did not. I knew in my mind that I was not going to wait for marriage. I already knew that. The first chance the pussy was thrown at me, I knew I was gonna take it.
You
But
was gonna sell your virginity, Munchie.
yeah, I sure would have to the highest bidder. To the highest bidder.
What if the highest bidder was somebody's little old 96-year-old granny who didn't even look that good?
Her money look good.
Oh,
Her money look good. Listen. We are in a time where shit costs money, and we adults now. Bills are a thing. Bills are a thing. If I knew then what I know now, this dick would not have been free the first time.
you know what? You know what? I always said that before I met my wife. I always said that if I could find a nice individual who didn't want to have sex, but because people out here who do that. They still may be looked at as like sugar daddies or sugar mamas or whatever. Used to maybe looked at as a sugar baby, but they don't necessarily want sex. They just want the companionship. You don't real. I saw a TikTok earlier of this girl who, in so many words, you don't realize how many people who are considered senior citizens or older in their age are really lonely. You
Right.
don't realize that. And so if somebody was to have all this money, like I mean so much money to where all their shit is paid for, they didn't retire, they just got money just sitting, they don't even know what the fuck to do with it. If they don't want to have sex but want to give me their money just for my companionship, I will definitely take it. Okay, you know what I mean? So your reasoning, I don't think it's that bad because people out here who do that, you know what I mean? Times do get tough, and it's the same thing, and that's another thing too. It's the same thing I feel like as what strippers do, or even people who some people like who are considered prostitutes or selling themselves. Sometimes they have a reasoning behind it too. You know what I mean? You don't realize how many people who are doing these things that are considered bad to some people
Right.
doing it for a reason. You don't know how many strippers that are in college for a doctor's degree or to become a lawyer, but they need money to pay their college fees. College is expensive. I mean, going to good colleges. Like, what's the YouTuber's name? Glamazon Tay. Didn't she go to UCLA or USC or something?
I don't know who she is.
I think she went, but she used to be a stripper, but she was still going to college.
Oh shit. Wait a minute. I don't care how she look.
She's gorgeous. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you her information. Cause shout out to her because she's funny as hell. Okay, but but she on her YouTube channel, she even had videos talking about what, like she used to be a stripper. But the money that she was getting was going towards making sure her bills are paid, going towards her college tuition. You don't realize even people who are out here selling themselves on the streets, they got families. Some people got kids. They don't got no help. You know what I mean? So I feel like your reasoning, even though some people may be outrageous,
Right.
you're doing it because you got to do what you need to do for yourself. You know what I mean? If you need your bills paid and the only thing that you could probably really do is go jump on a pole or go sell yourself, just make sure you're safe. That's all that it is.
That's
Just
it.
make sure you're safe. Now with virgins, I feel like in today's world, if you can wait, because I feel like with people who are virgins, especially if you were to express that to somebody that you never had sex before, they're gonna take advantage of that. You know what I mean? They're just gonna get a quick fuck and go. Some people are like that. Not all people are, but they just want to brag to their homies or their friends that they didn't smash somebody who was a virgin, that they took your virginity. So, baby girl or baby boy, if you can wait until take the time to get to know that person. Take that 3 or 4 months to know if this is somebody you can trust.
See now for dudes, it's different. Like when a woman when certain women know that you're inexperienced, they don't want to be bothered with you anymore because it's like nigga, you like I gotta teach you. But some women want a nigga that's a guy that's inexperienced because some women like grooming. Like, I can teach you a lot of stuff. But and fellas, don't sit over here and be like, bitch ain't never taught me nothing. Every time you fuck a different woman, you learn something different. Every woman is different when it comes down to pleasuring her. It's totally different. It's a different experience for every woman. You may have I'm gonna do this. You may have 4 women out of the 10 that are easily pleased the same, while you have 6 women that are totally different. Like it takes different shit to get each woman off, and you
Mm.
just have to learn that. So certain women, they like, okay, like I could teach him how to please me. Certain dudes, they got the experience. They didn't had this, that one, and the other, and and you fall under the category under this, that, and the other. So it's gonna be easy to get the job done because you already did that roller coaster before.
True. I
So
don't. I don't know.
like with dudes, it's a little different.
Yeah, but I mean, but see, even with that, I still feel like even if you come across, whether you're a female or male, and you come across whatever gender or sex you like, and they're like that, where they may not want you because you're inexperienced, but
Mhm.
that's just a lot about their character. You know what I mean? Because and if you ever come across somebody like that, personally, me, I would just say, okay, well, have a good life because
That's
that person don't know what they're missing. You know what I
right.
mean? You could be a virgin, say, right? But you could have the best personality. You could be this most amazing person who's just fun to be around, who could be a potential next partner. But because you're not experienced in sex, which I feel like personally is something that should be shared between two people who have that emotional bond, because you're not experienced, they don't want you, not knowing that you could have brought a lot of good into their life. So
That's
if they don't want you because you're inexperienced, then fuck them. Let them go on. Because, but I also feel like that's a sign. I believe I'm a spiritual person, so I feel like if you was to come in front of somebody who said that shit to you, and that's the door that God closed to open up a brand new door for you. You
right.
take that. You take that other door because through that other door may be the best thing you've ever had. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It could be a whole bunch of blessings versus this door that had nothing but negativity in it. You know what I mean?
right.
So I don't know. Everybody's different. You're gonna come across people who are like that. To me, I would just say fuck them because they don't know what they're missing.
Show don't.
That's the attitude you gotta have. That goes into self-love. Love yourself enough to know that if somebody comes to you and says no, then you be okay, have a good life, and you walk away with your head held high because you goddamn know you are the shit, whether on a good day or a bummy day. You keep that crown held high, and you walk off. You no, don't walk off. You strut off, okay, and you let that motherfucker know that they done fucked up and they done lost a good goddamn thing. You tell them kiss your ass and you go
Let,
about your damn day.
let them know. Okay. So and we come look, check this out. So we're not going off topic because we're bringing it right back around. Because now what I'm going to say is now if you are a virgin, you're not sexually active, but you feel like you are ready to give yourself to somebody, make sure that you know them, make
Mm-hmm.
sure that you are comfortable enough to actually make that decision. Don't let nobody pressure you into giving yourself up because that's not your decision. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel like that's rape. Don't try to pressure me into something I don't fucking want to do. Now I
It
feel
can be.
that is now
I
I'm
agree.
divorced. That is rape. And if a motherfucker can't wait for you, leave them alone. I don't give a fuck. Leave them alone. Even if you're not a virgin. If a motherfucker, if it's only sex that they want, let them be an adult and say that. Now it's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you to stop messing with the person or not because I can't. I don't feel like I'm allowed to do that because people are
Mhm.
able to make. They're more than able to make their own decisions. But pay attention to that person's character because if it's only sex that they want and it's sex that they get, just know that that's the only thing that they probably gonna come back for. That's if they come back because a lot of people don't come back if the shit is whack. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was that person. If your shit's not good and we had an agreement that that's what we was doing, I'm gonna let you know. Like, I really wasn't feeling it. We could be cool though. We could be cordial.
Mm-hmm.
Be an adult enough to say that if it wasn't good. If it wasn't good for you and you don't want to do that no more, it's okay to renege on your verbal contract. It's okay. It's okay.
Right. I
But
agree with that though.
but be respectful,
Mm-hmm.
because at times when it comes down to sexual being sexual and, oh, how can I say this? Fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. Motherfuckers are selfish.
Mm-hmm.
In this day and age, fuck that. In any motherfucking time. When it comes down to busting the nut, it is what it is. It's like, I'm gonna get mine, you gonna get yours. We can either get it separately or we can get it together. But ah, if it's not good, it's just not good, and fuck you. Like, that's just how a lot of people are. And be okay with that, because
Right.
you may be inexperienced. It's okay not to have experience, but the more you do it, the more experience you gain. But be
Right.
safe while you gain your experience.
In all, sex is a very dangerous thing. You know, it comes with a lot to it. It can be wonderful,
Because
but it can have its consequences.
where there is pleasure, there is pain and danger.
Right. You better make sure you trust that person. You better make sure there's communication. You gotta make sure in the end, you want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on, especially if you're a virgin, especially if you're not comfortable with certain things. You know what I mean? Express that, say that, because at the bottom line, you know, nobody can make you do what you don't want to do.
Be
And
very vocal.
you're comfortable with that person. And trust and communication falls right in line with that. So I feel like if you want to go out there and fuck the world, then do that. But make sure the world knows that's what's going on. Okay. If you want to potentially fuck this person, but you know you want to be with this person, then make sure that person knows. You know what I mean? Make sure that person knows that you're a virgin. Make sure that person knows that you know that they're a virgin and you're gonna respect them in their boundaries. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Communication is a lot, and sex is a dangerous thing. It's a cruel world out here sometimes, and you never know who's going to fall into your life. And if that just so happens to be a sexual person, then you need to make sure that you know them and you know yourself as well.
And mm, this is something that a lot of people don't know. If you are not a sexual person and you are in a relationship with a sexual person, that's going to be really, really hard. Like, to balance that out, because shit, you probably got a motherfucker that want to fuck every day. You probably got a person that want to fuck every other day. Now, the person that want to fuck every day with a person that wants to fuck every other day is kind of sort of like, it's unbalanced. So you have to find somebody that has the same sex drive as you. Because I mean, if you fuck like a rabbit and you got somebody that fuck like a turtle, it's there's going to be complications. I mean, if it's, I'm not going to, let me not say that, because some people make it work. And that's what communication as well. Because if a person really want to be with you, they're going to slow down. Like, they really going to slow down, and they probably, if they really really like you, they want, or they love you and they want to be with you, another person is not in their peripheral. It's just another person just doesn't matter. They're going to compromise. That's another thing. Compromise. Find somebody that's going to compromise. Because if sex is all that it is, find somebody else that's on your level sexually.
Right. I agree.
Shit locking up. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Getting up there, buddy.
Yeah, you are, you old fart.
Shit.
Well, guys, it's come to that time for us to end this episode, but I enjoy talking about this topic. You know, we always get off a topic, we always derail, but hey, get used to it because that's always going to happen. Okay.
Oh, we forgot to do our
Oh,
sponsors.
also, we want to thank Elegantly Melanated for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know, Elegantly Melanated is actually me and my wife's business. We started it in the process of the whole pandemic stuff. So I'm
Right.
in the process of making samples so we can show you guys. I'm in process of redoing the website so that way maybe one day on this podcast I can show you guys what the website looks like. We are looking for brand ambassadors though, so to sponsor, like not sponsors, but help us brand our business so we can get it out there more. So all of our social media is elegantly.melanated, Instagram, Facebook. We do have a TikTok as well. I think that one is elegantly.melanated1, but be sure to look us up. Our website is elegantly-melanated-square.site. So we'll be sure to get that published for you guys. I'm sorry, but thank you for them for sponsoring today's podcast.
All right. And
Episode 2.
okay, well, I didn't do it last episode, but I'm gonna do it this episode. If you are a lover of R&B music, follow me on Instagram at its_Kalion. That's KALLION. Again, follow me on Instagram at its_KALLION. And just stay up to date with your boy because I am getting ready to drop new music. So yeah, stay tuned. I am Kalion.
And I am Tay.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.